Oh, hey YouTubers, what's going on? It is your boy once again, RKO 2582, here to give my Monday Night Raw review for July the 11th, 2011, and let's not waste any time and get this review started. First off, on Raw tonight was, of course, the straight edge savior. CM Punk kicks off Monday Night Raw and he comes down with a microphone, and not only a microphone, he comes out with a megaphone as well. And then CM Punk was pretty much, I know, getting on the fact that he wasn't there last week and pretty much still standing by on what he said in that gospel-like promo he said 2 weeks ago. The reason for the megaphone was saying if his mic got cut off, he has backup just in case. And and once again, he's still calling Triple H, aka the son-in-law, a doofus, and he's still calling Stephanie McMahon an idiotic. Yep, idiotic. So I'm like, my God, Punk is just, yeah. But like I said, with the Punk man, beginning with him was just the tip of the iceberg. And not only that, here comes his opponent, John Cena, and him standing by. I know, getting his frustration out once again, and pretty much like saying like I'm gonna kick your ass in Chicago. And I'm so happy that John Cena once again coming out serious, pissed, and determined to try to beat CM Punk. No more the happy go lucky waving everybody. This is the Cena I want to see. And I'm so happy he's doing this for the second week in a row. And I'm praying once again he does this like from here on out, or at least until Money in the Bank. And then the stupid, oh my God, that's like the first time we didn't hear that in almost in a week. And then stupid might go, "Can I have your attention?" Who gives a crap? And then pretty much he announces that John Cena was pretty much going to be in a handicap match against the tag team champions, the New Nexus, David Otunga and Michael McGillicuddy. And I and then we get on to that match. Yeah, this match was just, trying to make Cena look strong going into Money in the Bank. And yeah, for the first time, I was actually somewhat impressed with what New Nexus did in this match. Cause I'm like, they should have been doing this for like since they became champions, but well, well, but it didn't matter because John Cena came out on top. He gave the FU to McGillicuddy, and then got the 1, 2, 3, and your winner John Cena. Okay, then we go backstage and they have see Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, and of course Nasty Vicky. Oh gosh, yeah. And then they're pretty much making McMahon jokes, and guess who was behind them? The boss, the chairman, the CEO of WWE, Vincent K. McMahon, and he was like saying to McIntyre, they were like you're the future of this company, and why don't you prove you're the future of this company in another handicap match with you two guys against the Big Show? And yeah, pretty much paying them for like making fun of McMahon. So, all right, next up we have a Divas match between finally my girl Melina, ooh, she's fine, and finally making her first appearance on Raw since God knows how long. They're wasting her time on Superstar, that's all I'm gonna say. And against the Divas champion, Kelly, she's fine too, but and yeah, this match, the usual Divas match, yeah, about no more than 2, 3 minutes, and Kelly got the win with the K2, your winner, Divas champion, Kelly, making her look strong going to Money Bank as well. But the Bellas weren't gonna have none of that. They were all like, being themselves, trying to get out of Kelly's skin, saying like you look like you hadn't eaten in days. I was like, those Bellas, man, I swear to God, yeah, they sure know how to get people's skin. And Kelly wasn't having that, and then she tried to beat up the Bellas, but 2-on-1. Then who comes? Oh God, here comes Eve trying to save the day, and to no avail. The Bells got the best of both of them, and then once again the Bells with the loser sign and stuff's funny. So yeah. So yeah, Money in the Bank once again. Kelly, Brie Bella for the Divas Championship. All right. Next we have awesome. The Miz come out with all the Money in the Bank ladders set up, and then he gets the phone saying, like last year at this pay per view, I was gonna I am the Money in the Bank winner, and for this year, I'm gonna win it again. And then here comes Jack Swagger interrupting him, saying like, you're gonna win. He's like, looks like A-Rod hit you in the head one too many times. He's like, I won it last year too, and he's saying I'm gonna win. And then here comes Evan Warren, and it's like a merry-go-round. It's like one person comes out the next. Evan Warren saying like, oh, I'm gonna win. Then my boy, boom, boom, boom. Kofi Kingston comes out and saying like, yeah, money back's pretty much like risking it all. And then my boy, other boy who I want to win next to Kofi, the truth shall set you free. Yep, our truth once again on a conspiracy saying, "Oh, I gotta be in this match. Like I just beat the WWE champion 2 weeks ago, and I have to compete in Money in the Bank." And he got confused with the fear of spiders and the fear of heights with what's that word? Oh yeah, aquaphobia, and yeah, and instead of arachnophobia and stuff. It's just funny. It's our truth character, I swear to God. And then my other boy, say it to my face, Team A-Rod. Alex Riley comes out, and guess who we're gonna try and come after? The Miz, of course, but the Miz runs off. And who comes? The last but certainly not least, Alberto Del Rio. God, I hate him. Yeah, and then yeah, getting his 2 cents in. Like, I am the #1 contender. He's like, I don't even need to be in this match either. Yeah, which is a good point, because he really don't need to be in this match. Because I'm like, he won the #1 contender for this, so, yeah, and the whatever. And then the stupid, dumb GM again. Oh, God. And then he pretty much makes a 6-man tag team match between A-Rod, Kofi Kingston, Evan Bourne against The Miz, R-Truth, and Jack Swagger. And this match, in my opinion, it wasn't bad. Yeah, it was like, everybody trying to somewhat look strong going into Money in the Bank. And who got the win for the team? Yep, my boy A-Rod got the win for the team with that Impaler like DT Jack Swagger 1, 2, 3, your winner. Kofi, A-Rod, and Evan Bourne. But I know after the match, that's what really picked it up. And then everybody kept hitting on spots on one another. And then Del Rio was the last one standing, looking up at the briefcase thing, like as you usually looking at, like it's my destiny. Okay, all right. We get on to the second handicap match of the evening. Big Show against Dolph Ziggler and McIntyre, and then yeah, really this really wasn't a match. He was just pretty much toying with both of the competitors. But here's what really mattered here. Okay, you thought that Show was gonna like choke slam Drew McIntyre off the stage, and guess who comes slow ass Marker? Boom! Like pounces him off the stage, and both of them are pretty much out. And it was. I must admit that was pretty sick and somewhat epic. But yeah, trying to build up to their match at Money in the Bank. And now we finally get to what's really important, the moment we've all been waiting for on Raw, the live I know contract negotiations between Vince McMahon and CM Punk. Boy, let me tell you, this live contract negotiation was in my opinion, or pretty much everyone's gonna agree with me on this, the best moment of the freaking night. And then Punk was all saying like, "My list is a man." This was really funny. He said, "I want my face on the turnbuckles. I want my face on the cuffs." And he said, "Why don't you bring back those WWE ice cream bars?" I was like, "Really?" and believe it or not, he had the crowd saying, "We want ice cream. We want ice cream," or something like that. It's funny. Oh my god. And then Punk got on looking at his hand. See, that's your problem, Vince. You don't give a damn what these people think, which is true. And he just and then he making him force it to apologize. He's like, I'm like, this would be a good time to say what? And then Vince McMahon finally, his pride like, I apologize, you son of a bitch. It was too funny. And then he's like, his apology is right up there with me winning those 3 world championships. It was too funny. And then of course Cena comes out, of course, and he gives his 2 cents too. And then he was all like talking like, oh, you're saying I'm a hypocrite, and this man's a hypocrite, and then seeing that, oh, I don't like this either, but I put a smile on my face. I'd rather have him as my, I know, dog poo and stuff, saying like my dog would pee on it. So I was like, ooh, and then Punk with this was really the shock here, and then he called Cena like the worst thing you could be called in Boston, since Red Sox. He was called a Yankee. He was like the Yankee of the Red Sox, and then he's like, and since his dad was there, I swear to God, every time they go to Boston, his dad's somewhat involved. And then, once again, the straight edge savior, CM Punk, ends on Raw once again on a high note. And he's like, I'm surprised you're not there, Jim. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, wait, but that wasn't it. He wasn't done there, folks. He had the contract. He just ripped up the pieces and I'll be the best in the world somewhere else. And that's how we ended off Raw. It's like, what does this mean now for the Money in the Bank? I'm like, I just cannot wait for Money in the Bank this Sunday. That's all I can say. Anyway, that was my Raw review, and I cannot wait for SmackDown this Friday, and once again, Money in the Bank this Sunday. Money in the Bank is gonna be kick ass, I must say, and I can't wait for all these matches to take place. Okay, anyway, this is your boy once again, RKO 2582. Sign off, and I gotta end on this note. In Punk, we trust. You dig?